Hi there, it's Amelia Fulmer from the Flagler Auditorium, and I'm here because it's National Arts and Education Week. We're speaking with Noel Bethea, who works at the Matanzas High School as the drama teacher. Hello, Noel.
Hey, Amy, how are you?
I'm doing great. So we'll just get down to it and ask a few questions so people can know you a little bit better. How long have you been with Flagler Schools?
I've been with Flagler Schools. It's my fourth year at Matanzas High School, but prior to that, I started fresh out of college, 1995. I was an English and dance teacher at Flagler Palm Coast High School, and I was mentored by some of the greats, Mary Beal and Alana Fitzgerald, and they pulled me into the theater department, and I became the choreographer, and then I worked my way up to directing. So I've been with Flagler Schools now, total of 8 years.
Wow. So you actually performed in the auditorium here.
I did, and I was a fresh 23-year-old teacher right out of college, and I learned a lot about the ins and outs of theater and how to stage a production. And um, I think Mr. Brady was still there when he was our technical director, and it was a great community. And I always said when we came back from my husband's career of being in the Coast Guard that we'd come back to Flagler County because it is just a special place. So I think they foster the arts here in Flagler County.
It's wonderful. So where did you get your degree or your drama training?
Yes, so I went to Flagler College in St. Augustine, and I was part of the theater productions there. And I really have a double major, like many art educators. We have theater, and then I also have an English secondary education degree, and I have my master's in education.
Wonderful. So describe your overall program at Matanzas.
Matanzas is I call it a one-woman show because we do it all. I start the day with playwriting, then we go have acting one, acting two, and then we have technical theater, which I also teach. And then we end our day with a production class, which is my advanced actors and my advanced technicians, and they have a production class where they do every quarter some kind of performance.
So what is your favorite activity in your classroom? Or your favorite?
I have several, and I think the most memorable ones is our projects that we do where the students, because I run it like a professional theater. You know, we have a hierarchy. They have jobs that they need to, and this is like real world skills. They have a timeline. They have roles and tasks that they are in charge of. They take ownership of it, from the actors to the technicians, to the front of the house, to the box office, to publicity. The kids really get a sense of ownership, and it makes them work even harder. And sometimes I'm just like, okay, slow down, we got enough. But they're just so excited to have that leadership and that freedom to express themselves on stage, which I think is my favorite thing, is when we put these productions up.
So there's been a lot of speaking about social emotional learning especially during this time of students being alone a little bit with the remote learning. What role do you think that theater education plays in providing social emotional learning for our students?
Well, theater is it's a means of telling a story. We tell stories through dialogue, we tell stories through design, we tell stories that are appropriate and that tell the human condition. And right now, more than ever, we need to tell our story. The kids need an outlet to express themselves. And, you know, I put it in their hands. I said, do you want to do something this fall? And we're going to do something live stream. We're going to continue to adhere to the CDC guidelines. But the kids I'm kind of like the artistic director, and they're going to produce a show because they said, we need to laugh, Miss Bethea. And they're doing a comedy. And it's something that I think is going to touch the hearts of everybody, because it's how to survive being in a Shakespeare play. And, you know, I just think we need to laugh a little bit. It's very satirical in nature. The kids are directing little vignettes, and then I'm going to kind of put it together. We have students that are doing the lights, the sound, the publicity, and they're just so excited to have like something to look forward to. And again, it's going to be really cool because we can live stream it.
That's wonderful. That sounds awesome. And I know they're doing some Shakespeare over at PCAF in the park, so maybe we can all get together and Shake. I think I would need to have that. I don't think I would be able to survive doing a Shakespeare play.
I- it's funny, and it's just basically it's these characters from all the various tragedies that say, you know what, I'm not dying, forget about it, and it shows the will to survive despite the odds.
So
And
it kind of shows the human condition a little bit. That's wonderful. That's awesome. I
yeah,
really appreciate
and we've done heavier things in the past, and we just want to do something light and funny, and just give our audience a chance just to kind of you know be in a fantasy land for an hour.
it. So is there anything you would like parents or students to know about arts education?
Definitely. I'm a parent of artists. My oldest son graduated from the University of Florida in digital design, and my son now is at Flagler College in fine arts, and my daughter dances and sings. And I know that, especially during this time of the quarantine, we just stopped. We stopped creating, and I could see, um, even in my own children, the the loneliness and depression that they kind of felt with being away from their art. And I want parents to know that this is important. I don't know if students will go on to Broadway. I hope they do if that's their dream. But I think you can learn something in the arts. It is a discipline. It is a goal-oriented um, medium. Like in the music, you have to practice and you have to rehearse. In theater, we have a goal. It's driven, and then finally, it's a way to express themselves. And sometimes that's the only means that students have. Gets them away from technology. I think we've had an inundation of technology, and sometimes we just need to just express what our feelings and emotions in a very organic environment.
Mm. Yeah, because technology is more of a tool, and I think
Yeah.
you're doing a lot of wonderful things to create creative connections, and that's what the arts are all about. So thank you so much for all you do for Matanzas High School and for Flagler County Schools, and thank you for spending a little bit of time with us today. We really appreciate
Oh, it was my pleasure. Thank you so much.